Hello friends, Kiran Bhaveskar is here, and in this video we will study about the types of venation in the leaves and the function of leaves. So in case of the leaf of the plants, there are the two different types of the venations. The first, that is a reticulate venation, and second, parallel venations. So we will see the two different types. Reticulate venations. So in case of that reticulate venations, the arrangement of the veins or the venlets, it is a complicated. They don't have any definite pattern. So such type the arrangement of the veins or the venlets, if it is present, then that type of the venation, it is known as a reticulate type of the venation. So you can see inside that diagram, they don't have any definite pattern. The veins or the venlets, they don't have any definite pattern, and such type of the arrangement, that is known as a reticulate venation. In this type of the venation, and the veins, venlets, these are irregularly disturbed along the lamina, and they are forming a complex network. So such a complex network of the veins, venlets, if it is present along the lamina, then that is a reticulate venation. Such type of the venation, it is present in case of that people, mango, or a guava plant. You can see the diagram. Now, the second type of the venation, that is a parallel venation. As the name indicates, it is a very simple type of the venation. So, in this type of the venations, the all the veins, these are arranged parallel to each other. They are having a definite pattern. The arrangement of the veins, it is in a definite patterns, and they are parallel to each other. So, such type of the arrangement, that is known as a parallel venations. So, in case of the leaves of the banana plant or in a grass, maize, such type of the venation is present. Now you can see the two different leaves which are present in front of you. First, that is the leaf of that people plant. In that case, you can observe the venation. It is in an irregular pattern. It don't have any type of the particular symmetry. So such type of the arrangement, that is known as a reticulate venations. You can see there is no any type of the particular symmetry. While in case of that, the second case, the leaf of the banana plant, in which the all the veins, these are arranged parallel to each other. So such type of the venation, it is known as a parallel venation. So in a banana plant, the parallel venation is present, while in case of the people plant, the reticulate type of the venation is present. A reticulate venation, it is a characteristics of that dicotyledonous plants. And parallel venation, it is a characteristics of that monocotyledonous plant. We have also studied in the previous lectures that in case of that dicotyledonous plants, the taproot system is present, while in case of that monocotyledonous plant, fibrous root system is present. And now we are going to see the one more property of that dicot and monocot plants, that in case of the dicot plants, the reticulate type of the venation is present, while in case of that monocot plant, the parallel type of the venation is present. Now we will study about the functions of the leaves. So the leaves, they are having the most important function, that is the to carry out the preparation of food in presence of light. That is known as a photosynthesis. Leaves, they are majorly involved in the process of photosynthesis. They prepare the food, and that food, it is stored in the leaves in the form of the starch. And the second, that is the transpiration. The water from the leaves, that is lost in the form of vapors to the atmosphere, and that process, it is known as a transpiration. So the leaves, these are characterized by presence of a very small openings on their surface. So such type of the openings which are present on the surface of the leaves, these are known as a stomata. These are the minute openings which are present on the surface of the leaves, and through which they carry out the gaseous exchange or the loss of water in the form of vapors. It also takes place through that stomata. First function, that is the photosynthesis. Photo means it is the light, and synthesis means to prepare. Photo means light and synthesis means prepare. So it is the process in which the food that is prepared in presence of light by green parts of the plant, which are known as leaves. So leaves, they are having the specific type of the light trapping pigments known as a chlorophyll, and that chlorophyll, they utilize the light energy and prepare the food. So in case of the process of the photosynthesis, the carbon dioxide that is absorbed from the atmosphere through the stomata, the water that is absorbed by the roots, and it is transported along the different parts of the plant, and that finally transported to the leaves. And with the help of that carbon dioxide and water in presence of light, the photosynthetic pigments, they prepare the glucose. And the oxygen that is released into the atmosphere. So that is also one of the important functions of that leaves. So in the process of that photosynthesis, the purification of air, it is carried out, because during the process of photosynthesis, the one of the gas, that is the carbon dioxide, that is fixed or utilized by the plants, while with respect to that, they are providing the breathing gas to the all other animals, that is the oxygen. Hence the purification of air, it is also carried out by that photosynthetic leaves, photosynthetic organisms. Purification of air, that is also one of the important functions of the leaves. So this was the equation for that photosynthesis. So in case of photosynthesis, from the carbon dioxide and water in presence of the sunlight, there is a synthesis of the glucose, and the glucose that is stored in the palm, stored in the plants in the form of the starch, and the oxygen that is released into the atmosphere, that is used as a breathing gas. It is very important for the survival of different animals. Second is the transpiration. When the plants, they are going to lose the water in the form of the vapors. So during that, when the water is lost to the atmosphere, because of that, the air that is present surrounding to that leaves, that will get cooled. The temperature of air that will get decreased. Due to that cooling of the air, such cooled air, it is a heavier that settle down. And whenever if you are standing in the shadow of a trees, particularly in a summer region, there you are feeling the cooling effect. So this cooling effect, it is due to the process of that transpiration, which is carried out by the plants. So during the transpiration, what happens? The water that is lost in the form of vapor, and due to that loss of the waters, the air that is present surrounding to that of the leaves, that air that will get cooled, and the cooled air, it gets settled down as it is a heavier. So it's settled down, and because of that, you are feeling, or you are getting that cooling effect when you are standing below the trees in a summer region, because the rate of transpiration, it is a more when the temperature it increases. In case during the summer region, there is a high temperature, and because of that high temperature, the rate of transpiration, it is very high. The plants, they are continuously losing the water in the form of the water vapors, and because of that, we are feeling the cooling effect whenever we are standing below the shadow of that trees. Then the last one, that is the transpiration pool. Transpiration pool, it is very important for continuous transportation of the water and minerals from the roots to the top of the plant. So from the roots to the top of the plants, the continuous transportation of water and mineral, it is carried out. And for that purpose, the transpiration pool, it is very important. So what is the transpiration pool? So as we have studied that the leaves, they are continuously losing the water in the form of water vapors. Because of that, the leaves, they are having continuous need of the water. As they are losing the water, they continuously having the need of water, and hence the leaves, they are going to pull the water from that adjacent cells. And in this way, the each cell of that plant that pull the water from its next adjacent cell, and finally that pulls the water from the stem and from stem to the roots. So the continuous transportation of water from the roots to the uh, top portion or to the different leaves, it is maintained due to that transpiration, because due to the transpiration, the deficiency of water it is maintained, and deficiency of water it is continuously fulfilled by absorption of the water and the minerals from the roots. And the minerals, these are also important for the growth of the plants. So transpiration pool, it is important for continuous flow of the water from the roots to the different aerial parts of the plant, and continuous flow of the minerals as well. Thank you, friends. So in this video, we have studied about the different types or different functions of that leaves and the types of the definition.